And so when you have some question, maybe I'm a little bit continue to talk about Dharma, okay? Under the entrance door of the Dharma, it is the renunciation and the realization of the four reminders. And then is the main in the principle Dharma is the bodhicitta, compassion. That is, we can to say is divided into two, aspiration bodhicitta, aspiration compassion, or aspiration kindness. And also application is really to acting and helping, and the application compassions. And also it is like we can to say is relative the bodhicitta. Relative compassion is maybe these two type of these are maybe more relative compassion, aspiration compassion, concerning sentient beings, pray to the sentient beings, and really honestly concerning beings. And also it's like a relative the compassion as per the application, and try to do the generosity, discipline, and this do the some six transcendent. And then maybe it's like a more absolute bodhicitta, absolute compassion. It is when you realize that the really it is the feature or the dimension, and also like what it is the really the realities, it is the phenomena. And then this the second is the Dharma is the views, and view it is like the lake of the Dharma, and it's really is like the Dharma lake, which is the view, and you reach to the enlightenment in the to realize that your own Buddha nature. It is the fast or slowly, or it's like progressively or not. This is the completely depends the view. And your view is like handicaps, you don't move, then it's like you never realize that the nature reality. And your view leg of this Dharma is quite good, and then slowly reach. And your view of the leg is of strong, fast, and really is like healthy. And then you can to reach in the aim and the goal of the Dharma or the enlightenment is fast and quickly. And then is in the middle, the leg of Dharma, it is view. And this is we need to learn. Oh, then the body of the Dharma, it is the compassion. There's a relative compassion, absolute compassion, and relative compassion. There's aspiration compassion, application compassion, and this we need to learn. Then is to me, maybe it's like, oh, Dharma means it's like this. And then is the second is the lake of the Dharmas. Lake means it's like really the carried is like this is the Dharma is the views. View means it's like the ideas. It's like kind of the globally, scopely to see the phenomena. And also it's like maybe I told before when we analyze the impermanent, sometimes wonderful things we can to get the how it is the realities and the view. Maybe you views it. View generally is when you look at something, you have views it. Normal language says, through my window, I have wonderful views. What do you mean? I can to see the city. And also I have in some place nice view, very large, very. And what you see is and very large, comfortable. Our view is not very good, very narrow and close. This view is a general the language, normal language means it's like you see something wider or close, or it's like small or yellow, any kind of, when you see something, the object. And for example, we can to say is to look at this one or bell, this. What do you have views? Yes, like this, maybe material, something. Nice view is like the drawing, structure, and what they design is very nice view. But this, on the Buddhist perspective, this is also view. Not this view is really view means, okay, you look at these things, the nature, the feature really is like the essential point, what it is. This is permanent or impermanent. This is existent or no existence. What is really the essential point we need to. And this one is like an absolute bodhicitta, you can to say. And also it's like the view, sometimes the view of the emptiness, view of your primordial wisdoms. And also it's like view of the Dharmakaya, view of the like kind of ultimate, and like a view of the true nature of the reality. View we need to kind of to idea and how it is to. First time you established to view into our mind, perfect view. View means when you look at the globally to the phenomena, outer phenomena, inner phenomena, between whatever existent phenomena, and the phenomena of the samsara, phenomena of the nirvana, how it is, really where it's come from, where it's abiding, where it's going. And this, and also it's like a philosophical perspective. Of course, we need to more to study, very much scientific way, very much analysis, and this. And also it's like sometimes we need to study, because it's when we look at the externally, when we see that these varieties of the forms, there are so many different forms. When we open our eyes, all those are for our thing, it looks like substantially existence. And then we are holding, those are the substantially existence. It's wrong. It's a wrong view. You are wrong, because it's like there is nothing truly existence. What do you mean existence? And something substantially. What does mean is substantially something? And something tinyness or rough, a continuation. What is the really existence? And then it's like you look, yeah, okay. When I analyze like this, then it's like everything is become emptiness. Then everything is nothing, emptiness, nothing. That is also your views wrong to look at. If there's nothingness, why you can perceive something, why you are communicate. And in this case, it's like a view we need to more clarified. And sometimes it's like there is such in the suttas perspective, Tantric perspective, and they say don't searching external things, to look at yourself, search itself. There is something point out, like that is the feature of your mind. Then is you maintain this idea, this view is like this, then there's not kind of your idea or your mind is failing or the falling into some existent or not existent, neither both. And like this, but there is one thing special. Whatever you perceive, whatever you look, something is there's natural, general understanding, the view, what is the feature, what is the reality, what is the really the essential, the meaning of the phenomena. And then one single object you understand, you don't need to analyze all phenomena of the samsara and nirvanas. And then is once you are inside this, the idea of the view or the structure, and how do you say, it's like, and then you bring into your mind the things nature is like this. then the nature of the phenomena, which is whatever existence, samsara, nirvana, it's like this. Something is like decisive arise into your mind. And determined mind is like a definitive, like this. But still there's no maturations. Not yet. I understand indirectly, I understood conceptually, but still there is, of course, I need to really to realize it. Actually realization or actually maturation is coming. Really finally, it's like you realize it, your mind the same as the realities. Then it's a penetrate, like kind of the, there's no like kind of the stopped or something, go to through. Then it's like things you can to make disappear untangible things you can to make like appears. You can do many your views. That is the leg of the view. It's a very, very important. And it's the view of the, there's talking about the view of the Shavaka, view of the Pachika Buddha, view of the Chittamata class, view of the Madhyamakas, view of the Mahamudra, view of the great perfections. There's 9 vehicles. Each individual, there's a view. How they concern outer phenomena, in a phenomena, between whatever existence, how you think, how you concern. And this, once it's like the nature's phenomena like this, point out it into our minds, then you need to meditate on that. And then it's like a really action of our Dharma path, it is the meditations. And meditation is like really your view is a holder. And meditation is experience again. Like kind of when you're sick, then you take the medicine, you are really eating the medicines, follow out the scriptures of the doctors. Then you are eating the medicines, there's the curing process, like a kind of recover process automatically. Your view is fantastic, you understood how you concern and to put into your mind those phenomena. You have very clearly, you are not falling into the existence, not falling into non-existence, and not falling it's like a nothingness or like kind of both. There's something special view you have, and that is like determined into your mind. That's what cultivating. Again, experience again and again and again. Then there is the maturation is more and more clearly the mind is. And these views is like a meditation and combined together, and then there's a great feature. And this feature is purified and like kind of the true obscuration of the cognitive, obscuration of the defilement, and also is the purified, the not like dualistic, the mind is holder of the separations, the holder of the distinctions between object and the subject, and the perceiver and perceive things. And then it's like when you are really to have perfect the view and meditate to generate into our mind more and more, then this is like purifying and our dualistic minds. And it's like more and more there is a kind of say one-pointedly, single taste, unification of the true truth, unification of the true bodhicitta, unification of the united of the samsara and nirvana, you can to say, and great equanimity, the realization of the true nature reality. This one is like inside to like a direct or indirect. Of course, direct, you understood this nature, then you are almost at enlightenment. But it's like indirectly, roughly, and relative way, it's like there is something you have determined mind as. Then you meditate on again and again and again and again. Then slowly, maturation is coming, particularly in your mind. Is externally these phenomena, you can't do maturations, you can't do nothing, because it's like those externally phenomena, good or bad, how we can to judge. And this is just, the mind is projected. And even if we want to correct external phenomena, impossible. Because it's like until we are purified our in mind. And there it says like you want to destroy all the external, your enemies, impossible, endless. You destroy one and there's coming two. If you 2 destroyed, 4 destroyed, 10 destroyed, 20, more and more increase, and never say. But you kill is like to eradicate inner your mind, the source of the enemy of the external, which is live or the stay in our heart. Mind. This one is eradicated. You become the concrete from that. Then all the externally this appearances already we purified it. And therefore when we have purified the mind, view in the mind, sometimes externally, automatically you purified it. It's such and like a benefit. And therefore the view is fantastic and the meditations to experience again. Then there is the like a purification process, purifying process. Which means it's like kind of purified to obscurations. And also this obscuration is like adventitious obscuration, relatives. And basically, and primordially, these 2 obscurations never existence. Because our Buddha nature is like at the beginningless, it is without, it is like a kind of the obscurations. We can to look at the sun. Sun is in the sky, but sometimes sun can cover over by the cloud. Then this cloud are the adventitious. It's temporary obscuration. But this clouds never ever stick on the sun. Never. Sun is never ever at the beginning. One is existent in the sun there. Never there's obscuration. And there's no like kind of adventitious. But and there's something is like a relative way. It's like cloud. Something there is. Like a cloud there is. And this one is like for us, it's a cover over the sun. Difficult to see the sun. The band is like there's some different. Slowly for us, the cloud is disappeared. Then we can to see the sun. Exactly like this. Inner our mind is. The obscuration is. This is like a kind of temporary. It is the principal mind. The nature of the mind is never ever cover over by any negative emotions, negatives. On any kind, there's no existence of the obscuration of the, how do you say this, 2 obscurations. I'm really sleepy now. And like this, therefore, in the leg of the view, and then we need to meditation on it. This is the principal Dharma, and you need to know about that in the futures. Okay, I need to more analyze the compassion, how it is a benefit, how it is like kind of how it is the important. It is say the body of the Dharma. And then second is the leg of the view, and this is the very important say. What does it mean? How it is? I need to searching more like this. Okay, maybe we can to stop there. Sorry, but I'm happy. We are going to slowly, but it's okay, and I can to finish it before we can to stop, and like this. And do you have some questions? Maybe also time is ready, but do you have some important? Yes. Some difficult, I give you difficult to give answer. Yes.
You're giving examples of meditation and
Dharma.
Yeah, and you said like I mean, sometimes you need to do meditation sessions 3 times a day. Let's put it. But when you meditate, you don't necessarily go into, as you started to describe the object on your table. Yes, like what it came from, how did it get, what are the form it had before, and this is not real meditation, right? Like you said, like this is useless if you do this for many, like. So I got it wrong then. Or like when you meditate, you don't necessarily have to go into where this is coming from,
One is
right?
like you meditate, okay? When you are meditate, you need to done before your meditation these analytical things. And then it's like during the meditations, of course there's analytical meditations good, but analytic meditation is not very profound. It's very much dualistic.
Okay. And then you also gave the example of the other practitioner who was meditating with the white pepper and black pepper, right? And is this real meditation? When every time you have a thought, you kind of wake up from meditation and add the pepper? Like
yes, because these persons to meditate correct meditation, and he prepared everything, how to meditate, how you maintain in your mind. But then it's like his thoughts is too strong, negative thoughts. And then it's like each moment meditations take away. And then he's like to doing like this. One negative is coming to put black. One is like to he maintain the white. And like that is the exercise.
so it's okay to have interruptions while you meditate?
No, Sabapa, interruptions. Which kind of interrupted? By who? Interrupt. I mean, it's like too much thoughts, then you need to interrupt, okay? And sometimes it's like if you have a good mindfulness, and sometimes when you really too serious to practice, your thoughts is autumn cloud, like a kind of the summer, rainy season times, like water, like flourish. And you more recognize more thoughts, more recognize more thoughts. But then it's like you need to struggling. When you think feelings, oh, I have so much thought, and very good sign, because you recognize. Generally, we our thoughts, we give free. It's just absolutely on the dirty, big, huge river carrying them. But we don't recognize that. Then it's normal. It's okay, yeah. But you really to concern it to check the like a kind of to point out or like more is checking mindfulness. Then it's like looks like more thoughts. Okay, it's sometimes disturb. And then in this case, more thoughts is coming to recognize mindfulness. And then it's like to not to take away your mind, put back in the where what you are correction meditation, on the correct view, on the correct view.
Okay, what is the correct view?
Later.
Thank you.
Akisonamdaya tamche zipanya tomne ni bodana pang. Yegana jeva lan trubaya sabun solen drogan drova.